So in today's video, we're going to be looking at Manic Panic in the color Purple Haze. So I have my swatches labeled 1 through 12, but that is not synonymous with hair levels. I will be doing close-ups and pictures at the end of the video, so the numbers are just to help us keep track. Number 1 is green. I do get a lot of requests when I'm doing pinks and purples to swatch it over green hair. So number 1 is green, 2 is gray, 3 is a natural red, 4 is black, and then from 4 to 11 we have a range that goes to platinum blonde, and then number 12 is like a toned version of number 11. Also, these are human hair, but they are not all virgin hair. The only one that is the number 4 swatch. The rest have most likely been at least dyed and probably bleached at some point. So I'll start by putting the dye directly from the container at the top of each swatch. Some people do like to dilute their dyes, so I'll do a diluted version at the bottom of each swatch. Please keep in mind, everyone's hair is different, which means everyone's hair will take dye differently. So just use my video as a reference as to how it could possibly turn out for you. So for the diluted section, we're going to do a 3-to-1 ratio. So that is 3 parts of diluter to 1 part dye. If you're unsure what diluter is, the short, simple answer is that it lightens the color of the dye. And if you're wondering what I just use a plain white conditioner. Okay, I'm gonna let these sit for about 3 hours. I will rinse them out, and when they're dry, I'll meet you back here. This one was pretty pigmented. I can actually see a difference starting at 5 and upward. Now, I don't know if the average person would be able to see it. Like, if you had dark brown hair and you dyed your hair purple, you might be able to tell, but I don't know if others would be able to. And it is winter, so I don't know if I'll get a direct sunlight picture, but I will try to. For the direct dye portion, my favorites are 10, 11, and 12, but it definitely looks pretty on 9, 8, and 7 as well. I just feel like you can see the purple a little bit more on these 3 swatches. And then for the diluted section, I think 11 and 12 are my favorite, but again, on 10, it does look nice. The purple did cover the number 1 green swatch. On the direct dye portion, it almost looks like a blackish purple. And then on the diluted section, it's very cool toned. It's almost like more smoky. And then it looks the most cool tone on the number 2 swatch, which makes sense since the underlying color was pretty cool tone as well. I want to make a note though. So when I open the dye, it looks like a warmer toned purple. And then when I was applying the dye, it looked a lot more cool tone. And in house lighting, it looks a little bit more cool tone, at least on the lighter blonde swatches. It still pulls much warmer on the darker blonde and lighter brown swatches. But under this direct lighting that I have a ring light, you can really see the warmth coming through. So keep that in mind. Because originally when I was looking at these swatches, I was going to say that it's not as warm toned as I expected it to be, but it's not quite cool toned. But now that I see it under this light, I don't want to directly say that because apparently in some lightings it still does look really warm toned. The reason I say that it's not super warm toned though is if you look at the one and only dye that I did in neon purple, when I diluted it, it was a very, very warm toned purple. And so that's kind of what comes to mind for me when I think of warm toned purples. But also I've done way more cool toned purples that lean very blue, and this is not anywhere near those either. So I actually have one comparison to do today, and that is going to be Arctic Fox in the color Purple Rain. This is comparable to number 12, number 11, number 10, and number 9. So from where I'm sitting here, it kind of looks like the Purple Rain runs a little bit more cool toned. And now I can really see the warmth in Purple Haze as this is compared. And actually, since I brought up the one and only, I might as well compare that as well, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So it's much easier for cooler tones to shine through on lighter hair. And you can really see that with 11 and 12. The number 10, it still looks cooler on the direct dye, but once you start to dilute it, it looks very similar to the diluted Purple Haze as well, but the 11 and 12 still pull a little bit more cool toned. All right, so this is one and only in the color Neon Purple. This is comparable to number 12, number 11, number 10, and number 9. So now you see what I mean, right? The Purple Haze, in comparison to very warm purples, doesn't look as warm. Even in the direct dye portion, you can see the difference. At least I can. The one and only still looks pretty warm in comparison. So I would say Purple Haze is in between Purple Rain and Neon Purple. Purple Rain is cooler toned, and then one and only is warmer toned. So Purple Haze is right in the middle. Like, I feel like if I mixed the one and only and the Arctic Fox, it would come to a similar color as this. From here, we're gonna get into the before and after clips. I do use natural lighting, and I'm sure, as you can imagine, recreating the same exact environment with natural lighting can be difficult sometimes. So if the before and after clips look slightly off, that is probably why. I hope this helped. If you have a request, I do have a link below to a Google form you can fill out. Just remember, I only do dyes that do not test on animals. Thank you so much to my patrons, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.